Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, February 22nd. The NBA is officially back from their All-Star break, and we're got a lot to bet on, a lot to learn as we get into the second half of the season. As a reminder, I'm Chris. I work at Outlier. Every morning, we're going through showing people how to find positive EV plays using Outlier, going over a couple of different strategies, and we're tracking our bets all along the way. So, like I said, today's February 22nd, it's about 10:30 in the morning, and let's go back and recap what happened yesterday. So we got a little beat up betting solely college basketball. You can see here, went about 2 for 10 ish. Variance is to be expected, especially with college sports. We're still up, on this test. We've been running for about 25 days now. We're up about 13% on team and game props, and then on player props we are up close to 4%. So again, we're starting with a $500 bankroll. We're up $110 total. Let's get into it for today. So let's head over to the EV feed. I'm going to give this a refresh, make sure we're up to date on data. I have noticed quite a lot of line movement already today, so we're going to kind of segment this a little bit more than normal. So normally we go through this twice. We go through it for games and teams, and then we change our devig book and we go through for player props. We're still going to do that. So our default book is Pinnacle here. Our devig method is going to be Shin. It's a little bit more conservative, but we are still quite high up on the ROI, so we'll take it. For game and team props, we're going to use a quarter Kelly multiplier. We can be a little bit more risky. We're looking for everything that's like 3% EV and above. We don't care about the Kelly filter or the VIG filter. You're welcome to use it, but I just sort by them. Bet types. So here's where I said we're going to go through twice. We're going to look at game lines and team props first. And then what we're also going to look at leagues separately because, like I mentioned, there's a lot of movement on NBA being back. So let's do college basketball and hockey on their own to start, and we've got quite a bit of volume, so let's make sure we get these in as quick as possible. So we're going to go through. You could filter by book here. I just like to see them all at once. So we are going to take everything FanDuel, and we are going to port this over. I tried logging in ahead of time. Hopefully it remembers. Fingers crossed. Oh, it did. Okay, nice. So straight bets, Central Arkansas and Bellarmine. Let's just make sure we're looking at the right stuff here. So minus 112 and to Kelly of 1.88. If you remember, we got our quick check for our bankroll sizes here. So 1.88 would be between 8 and 10. We'll call it like $9. So let's drop that in. Go back, look at Portland State, 1.35. That would be between 6 and 8, so we'll call it 7. Again, we want to use round numbers here. We got this other Central Arkansas game under 65.5, 1.3, so that's also going to be $7. Under 143. So we do take alt lines, same bets, but alt lines here because we are using the Kelly multiplier. We're hedging our risk properly. So it's under 143. We'll do this one. Call this 6. Why do we have another one of these? Alt points under 141. Where is that one? 1.3. So these things might have taken something out of order here. So we're going to go back and look. So this would be 6, and the under 143 would be 6 as well. 6. Okay, maybe I didn't mess it up. Stony Brook, 0.9. Call that $4. Cal Poly, we'll also call that 4, and this one we'll call 3. So you can see with the Kelly, as the odds get longer or you get plus odds, it's obviously recommending a smaller wager, just because the implied probability decreases in our favor. So we're going to place these 8 bets. Ah, come on. Hopefully they still stick. Super annoying. All right, place the 8 bets. Now we're going to clear our bet slip, and we are going to go take, what do we got? We got 2 on Caesars here. We'll take those. And I'm actually simultaneously, because we're taking some time to do this, I'm going to take the rest of the bets as well. And we're just going to stay a little bit more organized. Let's make sure we're logging in. At MGM, also got to log in. Come on, Caesars, take my location. So we do want to double check that the odds are all the same here. So SMU's minus 110, and then Minnesota was minus 105. So let's go back and look at this. Minus 110 and minus 105. And the recommended bet sizes here, we'll do $5 and then 4. Again, checking our bankroll here. 5 and then 4. 4. Get that down. Of course, MGM needs to send me a text. 194,208. And then this MGM one is 0.84 recommended bankroll. So we'll put that down as $4. If it loads, we'll just make sure that the odds didn't change. It's minus 110. You can see that here. Placing a bet. All right. And then this last straggler here is DraftKings, this other Cal Poly total. Okay. So as you can see, as we're going through this, we're not really looking too far into the stats. We are trusting that Pinnacle, as the sharp book, has taken into account any injuries, matchups, and that the Pinnacle line is the sharpest line for these game and team props. So we're just going to take whatever the math is telling us to take. And we'll make sure this hasn't moved to minus 118. And this is minus 112. That was recommending. There's probably still some value on this, but we're not going to do the full Kelly recommendation here. Let's drop it down. Do about half of what it's recommending. Okay. I shouldn't have gotten out of that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to refresh this, and we're going to go do NBA, because when I was checking, like I mentioned, when I was checking this morning, the lines are moving all over the place, which is a good thing, but we don't want to waste too much time doing these calculations and inputting bets when, for real? What's the EV on this? Let's just take it. 2.5 is worth adding in here. Golden State plus 100. And what was the recommended Kelly? It's a pretty small Kelly on it too. Plus 100. Uh, 0.65. So 0.65 would be about $4. You got about even money on it. If FanDuel ever lets us take this bet, it'd be nice. Okay, we got that one down. We might come back to NBA. Let's do player props. So let's refresh. So I want to be a little bit careful on player props because I placed a bunch of NBA ones yesterday and I don't want to duplicate. So here's where we're going to change stuff up. We're going to go to player props. We're going to avoid college player props because we've just been getting slammed on them. Our devig book is going to be FanDuel, which actually I think refreshes the feed completely. Kelly multiplier 1/8 Kelly. EV percent, we're looking for 3% or above. One market type. Got quite a bit out there. So let's do DraftKings first. A lot of bets down here. DraftKings. Hopefully we stay logged in. So what I'm just doing off to the side here is making sure we're not going to be duplicating what we have down already. So let's get these in first already. So Kevin Werder would be $5. Aaron Gordon would be, what's 0.68, be about $4. So we're putting a little bit less risk on this. Simone Fontella, $4. Kyle Kuzma, so 0.5 would be $3. Brandon Ingram also, I believe, was in that range. And we get down pretty low. So these are two. Terrence Mann, let's just double check. Yeah, it's getting into like the $1 range. So one. So now I'm just double checking here. I'm just going to scan through here, make sure we're not duplicating too much. Actually, I don't see any. So we're going to place all these bets. Again, apologize about the background noise. You hear that? And then let's go and take the MGM ones because we have that open. There's only a few. Hopefully it doesn't make me log in again. Okay, so let's make sure that we're looking at these properly. So this 0.67 is about 4. And these ones is 1. So we'll do 4, 3, and then $1. 4, 3. No, we lost one of them. Who did we lose? Kevin Hurd. We got D'Angelo Russell. Okay, we lost Jaden Ivey, which is okay. Okay. And then the last one on here is going to be Caesars. And again, we're going to make sure that these haven't moved. Yeah, and these are pretty long shots here. Okay. So we got D'Angelo Russell, 0.76. We'll call that 4. This one was Porzingis. That one's a 1. And we'll also put $2 down on Jacob here. Place his bets. And then we're done. We actually got quite a bit down. So I will, when I post this video, I will post the total handle and the breakdown of bets into the server, and then we will see what happens later tonight. But we'll catch you again tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.